Okay, right. We are live on the Sunday Rumble community chat, and we have here. Introduce yourselves, gentlemen. Clock. Okay, let's try this again. Overwatch captain, introduce yourself.
Okay, my turn. This is Miau, one of the leaders of the Overwatch clan, and I was flying the Pyramidion today in the Rumble, Sunday Rumble.
Yes, that's all we need. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Falconeers captain, introduce yourself.
Hello, this is Madgoose. I also piloted the Pyramidion today, and that's about it.
Okay, excellent. Right. Well, let's start things off. Overwatch. The theme of tonight and my casting was I don't know anything about Overwatch. And indeed, none of us know anything about Overwatch. Us only just heard about you guys today. I mean, basically, in a nutshell, I want you, first things first, tell us more about Overwatch, who you guys are.
Well, honestly, I don't think anyone really knows a lot about Overwatch yet, not even myself, because essentially it's just a group of friends that I played with time and time again, and I thought we should start something up to get like minds together, winning minds together. I mean, after a 43 win streak, I was like, yeah, I want to play with these people some more, so we started up a clan yesterday. We got the Steam group and everything going, and here we are today.
All right. Well, great stuff.
And now they're veteran killers.
Well, yes. I mean, tremendous
Sad
job.
but true.
Yes. I mean, I don't want to. Nothing against Overwatch, but I mean, given the fact you've never been in a competitive match before, ever,
Right.
that could be considered something of an upset.
Yeah, and some of our guys had never played together, but I don't want that to take away from the awesome nature of this community and how the other clans were being when we were starting the matches up and everything. Everyone was okay, let's go, good games, and I'm just telling my guys, let's just have some fun, and I think that's what I really enjoy about playing this game. Is because that's how
Okay.
people are, even when you're going against people. I'm just saying for the other clans, they're. I don't want to take away from it, make us the huge highlight, so no one will, step up or anything.
Well,
Veteran
I mean,
killers.
this is for casting. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to cast things in a disrespectful light. We want to cast things in a positive light, and the
Yes.
positive light is that Overwatch have exploded onto the scene. We're always happy to see more teams in Guns Vicarous. Now, I like to kind of go through this in a as structured a way as possible, and we'll
I'll
start
shut
with
up.
the first game of the night, which was the
BFS Overwatch.
just yeah, fuck off. It was Haven. A last minute Haven team assembled at short notice, I will add. No bias here. Against Overwatch. Now, tell me your thoughts on your matches versus Haven.
All right. Well, when it was our first time playing together, as I said before, this was like our first clan event. So my thoughts going into that were, I hope these people can talk to each other on the microphone, and that we can kill at least something. And I was probably as surprised as some people watching when we started to kill them repeatedly. So we going into it, the plan with the Mobula and the Pyramidion was something that we did over and over again, and we just stuck to because it worked. And Puppy, who was flying the Mobula, went for long range in that match, and the idea was I would fly in fast, go between the two enemies because we assume they're going to stick together in 2v2, and then he would snipe them up the butt, and that worked out.
Eloquently put.
I want to ask what on the Overwatch ship, what was the determining factor that made you switch in between? I think it was Artemis, and Gat Mortar Gat on the first three ships on the Mobula.
Well, that question I can't actually fully answer because that was all Puppy's deal. He directed what was going on in his ship, and I did what was going on mine mostly. And he just said I'm going long, and I said I'm going close, and we didn't really have enough time to put in really any planning in that match. But he always flies that Mobula every time I've seen him really well, and I just freak out about it because it's like paper if if they get the drop on you.
I know how you feel.
Well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Strite's not here right now, but Strite is kind of the captain, the leader of Haven, which is sort of a team within the Bully Boys, which is a clan I happen to lead.
Well,
Haven
is a separate group, aren't they?
Well, it's kind
You
of,
guys are in an alliance right now?
Well, basically, the Bully Boys is kind of a coalition clan, if that makes any sense.
Akin to
so
like
it's
the Merry
BFS
Northern Storm.
Kind of, well, sort of like, if you could call NAF's M&S, yeah, it's kind of thing. You could call it like that, basically, a coalition clan. But anyway, yes, as my coalition partner, I think I can speak for him. This was one of his very first competitive games, and he was very excited. And yes, he was very glad to play against you guys. He was happy to play against you guys, and those were some quite close matches, weren't they?
Yes, definitely. Every match was good in my opinion. Even the one where we got absolutely destroyed by Falcons.
Oh, yes,
that first one
Falcons.
going in. I
Yes.
mean, I enjoy it no matter what, and I hope the feeling's mutual all the way around. So
It certainly is. I plan to have lots of scrims with you later because you guys are excellent to fly against.
Yes. Well, anyway, moving swiftly on to the Falconeers versus Gents NAF. What are your thoughts on that, Madgoose?
We have flown against them like in the past, like both teams. So we were pretty comfortable. We had like a new strategy with Roman taking his semi-sniper Mobula build, and we've been practicing a fair amount more this time. And so basically, I'm kind of his guard dog, in that I have a double merc side, so that way if they're still out at range, I can snipe a little bit and help them out. But when they get close, then it's brawl time, and I have to try to keep, hopefully keep the two on one from happening.
Okay.
So specifically with the gents, we just did what we like to do. We like to get in and brawl, and that's pretty much it.
I noticed you guys as well were using a Mobula. Both you and Overwatch were using a Mobula throughout the night. Now, I know that the Falconeers' motto is speed kills, right? So, I mean, I was expecting you to kind of go with what the Falconeers usually use, which is a very high speed kind of build. But the Mobula is not exactly what you call a high speed ship. I mean, it's got great vertical movement, but not high speed. You know what I mean? What was your thought process in the Mobula?
Well, actually, after seeing Roman, he doesn't stream across the map like going full bore at an enemy, but he does. He likes the quick maneuvers, like able to like go vertically, like up or down beneath the enemy or over them, and then use a bit of like moonshine to get out of their gun arcs, and then like tar as he's passing over to zone him out a little bit. So I wouldn't say that the Mobula is really a slow ship. Just he's like a dwarf, really dangerous over short distances.
Right, brilliant. Well, is there anything else you want to say about those games with Gents and Nafs, or can we move on?
No, I
okay.
think they played a good game. That's about it.
All right. Well, moving on. Overwatch versus the Flying Dutchman. Now, as I think you'll remember, Colcurse actually forgot he'd entered in the event.
yes, that was kind of fun. And we offered him some guys, but he has too much pride for that, which is perfectly.
The funny thing is that I actually asked I was so desperate to get Haven to play, I actually asked Colcurse if he would sub in for Haven. Now, if if Haven had won,
Yeah.
Cole Curse
Yeah.
would have gone against his own clan. I'm sorry. I love you, Cole Curse, but you are a very funny man. Anyway, with that out the way, what do you think about your match with the Flying Dutchman and friends?
Well, I was just chatting a bit with Puppy because I wanted to give him proper dues for what he was doing. I just said he didn't have his know his loadout, but in that one he said he went with the Mercuries and he did try and snipe the engines a lot to disable, and we of course focus fired on one ship at a time, and that worked pretty well through the whole time. And I believe the end of that match is when we when or the second match there where we rammed an enemy ship and we both exploded. Was that the one? I don't know, but that was amazing. That was my favorite. That was
Yeah,
my highlight.
a lot of
Um,
games. You and the Flying Dutchman, you were kind of dogfighting in Parisian a bit there against that Junker with the carronade mortar side. Did you
right.
kind of feel that, like how your balloon was quite often getting shredded by them?
Yes, I mean, nothing gets me more upset than when that balloon pops because then I can't
Yeah.
do anything with the mortar. You know, you got to be above them, so I always
Uh,
try and stay high. But yeah, then you give me the broadside with that Gatling and mortar too combo and eat away at us. So, you know, the main thing was just making them not able to maneuver, just targeting engines, I believe, during that one.
okay. Right. Any questions from Urs and Papa? You guys seem quiet. You seem quite content to let me ask questions.
Well, only thing I want to say is I want to see Overwatch in more competitive events. I want to see you guys all over the place because you definitely kick a lot of ass.
For
Little,
sure, I
little,
appreciate it.
you, little mechanical things like taking
All
less
right.
mock with a mortar might help, but besides
All right.
that,
Well,
it's something you'll get used to.
but before we get to that, let's move on to the final series of the night, which was Overwatch versus the Falconeers. Now that was a really tense series of battles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Overwatch, give me your thoughts on going into that match just against. I mean, you do know the Falconeers are quite an established team here.
Yes, yes, definitely. A lot of respect for
Uh,
them.
Yes, I have crossed swords in the air many a time with Falconeers myself,
Ew.
and I know how good they are. And oh wait, that sounded gay, didn't it? Ha ha
Uh-huh.
ha. Anyway, what was your feeling going in, knowing you were going against the Falconeers? You know, such a experienced and well-regarded team.
Well, personally, I felt like I always do when I go into the matches. I say, bring it on. But you know, my guys, having that this was their first time and everything, we were sitting there together, all chatting, watching the stream, where there was just quite a display of destruction from the Falconeers, and all of my team was pretty nervous and all. And before we went in, I just said, you know, a few words, win or lose. We made it this far. Let's have some fun. And they expressed their nervousness in the match itself, and I think that showed when we got destroyed in that first round. But overall, it ended up being some really good games when we got down to it.
Okay, I mean, I'll ask a similar question to the Falconeers. I mean, what were your feelings kind of going into this match with this completely unknown team?
Honestly, we were really excited because we were watching the stream as well, and we
Oh,
saw
okay.
that Overwatch was brawlers, and we're like, oh yes, no
Oh,
more
you,
sniping
you like that?
matches. We're
Okay.
gonna get right in there, and we're gonna have some fun.
Yep.
And we're glad that the Overwatch was able to deliver
All right.
because you guys
Okay.
brawled really well.
Thank you. You too.
A dogfight made in heaven, so to speak. So on to the games themselves. I mean, that first game was just a colossal 0-5 win by the Falconeers. And I just again, no offense to Overwatch, but we were just thinking like, oh well, maybe this is the way it's just going to go because the Falconeers have so much more experience. But you pulled it back, didn't you? I mean, what are your feelings? I mean, after that first 5-0 game, I mean, how are you feeling? I mean, how did you kind of get back from that?
Well, the first game had a of long distance encounters, and we got sniped pretty badly going in. So we kind of learned from that, and I talked to the other pilot, Puppy, and it just we kind of played it a lot more cautiously and tried to use a lot more cover. In the later matches, I did a flank around some of the buildings, and caught their Pyramidion off guard, it looked like. So we were just playing a lot more defensively, because up to that point we were completely offensive and just charging in, calling a target, I'm hitting this, I'm hitting that. But after that, we just sort of said, let's play this more defensively. Some mines, which they never hit, but you know.
We saw those mines laid out. I'm like, hey, Roman, back up. There's mines
Yeah.
down there. We shouldn't go over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I noticed you guys firing a few odd mines there. I noticed. I don't think anyone actually hit any mines though, did
Nope.
they?
Too smart for
No,
that. They were too smart. Yep.
They were
it's-
just.
Our
Right.
thought process was, if he wants to mine over there, make sure we can't like flank or go around or whatever. We'll just turn Mercury cannons to him and just snipe him out of a range and just wait for them to come to us.
Yep.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that was the last. That was the last game, wasn't it? I mean, you guys. Oh yeah, Duel at Dawn, 4-4. I mean, what were your guys' feelings like when it was just 4-4? I noticed both of you were just kind of hanging back after it was like 4-4. Talk me through it, guys.
Well, you go ahead, man.
After you.
Oh,
after
okay,
you.
well, we were just,
Overwatch. Mao, you can talk first.
All right, we had the engine down, I think, to nothing on that last kill, and I didn't even realize we had won. I couldn't tell at first because our ship exploded directly afterwards, I think. But yeah, on that 4-4, it was very tense. Like I don't think I've ever been as tense playing this game, and I don't usually let stuff get to me. But that was pretty crazy when their Mobula was sniping us. Their fourth kill on us. All four of us were hitting that engine, or not the engine, the hull. And then someone hit it with a wrench and we blew up. It was that tense. So, they were just wailing on us. But at the end, we tried to lure their Pyramidion away from their Mobula, and that ended up working. And we just charged the Mobula.
Yeah, I mean, Papa got very excited about that. I mean, that was a calculated gamble. I mean,
Yep.
Oftentimes, I mean, at like 4-4, I mean, you don't want to take those big risks, but you took a big risk and it paid off. And that was the end of that. And that brings me to the very last match of the night. That was you two on Parisian Rumble. I mean, talk me through that match, guys. Actually, Madgoose, you talk first.
Okay. All right. Well, Parisian Rebel. I personally don't like that map. I seem to buildings and I have a thing.
Bad
going on.
relationship.
Yeah, bad relationship. So basically, just Roman and I just tried to keep it together. But yeah, Overwatch focus fired very well. They had good positioning going on, and I don't know, we just couldn't seem to quite break them and get that 2-on-1 cycle going.
Okay. Yeah, and Overwatch. I mean, Mao, how would you describe, I mean, the way you managed to pull it off in that last match?
Really, I think in those last two matches, a lot of it came down to luck with those clouds, because that saved our butt a few times, having some cloud cover to do that flanking maneuver first, and then on that last match, just them not getting that spot off on us at the right time, and we would close range quick. So, focusing fire,
Yeah.
bit of luck.
And so a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill made a good mix, and a little bit of clouds, and you did
Yep.
it then.
Mostly
all
the
right.
clouds.
Mostly
Don't
the
want to
clouds.
take anything away from the crew, but yeah, a little bit. I was loving the clouds tonight. It was some good weather.
So clouds MVP, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Do you guys have any further comments on the games you two had together?
No, I just really thoroughly enjoyed them both. And as I said, I look to fighting you in game even more so, because you guys are excellent opponents.
Right back at you, and moreover, just every clan we fought tonight, really enjoyed it, and I hope we can all become more lethal by going on in competitive matches some more. So props to you for hosting this, and to the other clans for showing up, and thank you.
Yep.
Yes. Uh, well, we were having as many last minute troubles as you guys were, right? Maybe even more. Bloody hell. But anyway, yes. Just a final word. Are we going to see more of Overwatch? I mean, are you guys going to enter the cogs? Are you going to enter this new duck thingy? I mean, are you going to enter more tournaments that are coming out? Tell us. We are all ears.
Yes, I would like to get us into everything we can possibly have enough crew to man for. So, we're a brand new clan. I haven't really posted on the forums aside from just saying I want to be in this thing, 10 minutes before it started. So I have to do some digging on what we can get ourselves into. And I definitely want to be there for sure.
Have you played the game XCOM Enemy Unknown?
I have.
Every time I just heard Overwatch, I just kept thinking, Overwatch, moving to Overwatch. Because I do that at the end of every turn.
Kind of just the name came from, we're up in the sky watching, going after the pirates or whatever.
Okay, yeah, well, that's what you're doing in the clouds. Yeah.
Well, I was also amused to hear Brick say meow 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 5,000 times.
That's our victory chant on my ship, at least. Is meow meow.
Those were some fun ship names to say. I will say that. Oh, and the mobule sheet. Who had the mobule sheet? Who was that?
Puppy.
Puppy.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
No.
So Puppy was on your team, wasn't he?
Wait.
Yep.
What is Puppy's mobile name?
I'm gonna ask him.
The mobule sheet. That was fun to say repeatedly. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we can wrap it up here. Do you gentlemen have any final words before we wrap things up?
Actually, I have a question for Urs. Are we ever going to see a 3v3 type tournament? Excellent. A resounding
More people.
maybe.
I mean, the issue with 3v3 is that there are just so few teams that can supply 3 full boats. So there'd be a lot of alliances going on, and it'd just be difficult to organize. But at some point, I will probably run some kind of 3v3 event.
I mean, this is supposed to be a casual, turn up at the door with whatever you've got kind of tournament anyway. So, 3v3 would be just kind of making it, a little bit harder on people just showing up,
Oh yeah, 3v3 on a weekly basis would be pretty difficult.
It'd be a little bit ambitious.
Well, I was just wondering about like any tournaments in the future, not necessarily like a weekly thing.
Yeah, well, I think we should definitely run another 3v3 tournament. I mean, me and Papa had a great time casting Hemlock Rakever long into the night.
Well, my final say would be that Puppy's ship was upside down. So.
Oh yes, it was. Who was the mobile sheet?
Oh, that was the gents.
I don't remember. Was that the gent?
Who else?
Okay.
The Mobula?
Maybe it was.
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to his names. I just see Puppy and I'm like, you're flying with me.
Whoever had that name, it was quite funny. We will find out later when we watch it back. Anyway, yes. Final words. Just congratulations to Overwatch. Falconeers, thank you too very much for playing, and everyone who participated. And I look forward to the next Sunday Rumble.
As do I.
Right, shall we wrap it up there then?
Yeah, so that's been the first Sunday Rumble. Sorry about the technical difficulties we were having at the beginning of the cast, but they seemed to iron themselves out as we went forward. Definitely have some things I'll be doing a little differently next Sunday. So yeah, just know Sunday Rumble every Sunday, 4 p.m. EST. Sign-ups, it's open to everyone. You show up, you got a team of 8 people, you get to play. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to to the teams for showing up some great games, and that's my favorite part of doing all of this is just basically it's like I'm making content for myself because I can't really pay attention while I'm doing the camera work, but then I get to go and watch them myself later, which is great. Anyways, hope to catch everyone next week. Hope to see some of you guys playing again, and also some new people. I think I'll run us out with make the intro video and outro video.
Wait, hang on. Can I say one final word?
Sure.
Everyone watching, I'm going to be putting up a post in the forum soon, which will outline BFS and Haven and our new kind of coalition clan. You know.
By the way,
no more confusion.
your new logo is sick.
Yeah. Oh, you've seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be showing that new logo to everyone in the new forum post. So everyone, watch out for that. Anyway, play us off.